Welcome to a new video for the US stock indices and some special requests from our Discord. Here we're gonna see SanDisk and also we're gonna see ARM and TSM. So let's dive with it, and starting with the NASDAQ here on the all-time history, and we're gonna see what do we have. It's gonna be a little bit long video. Of course, I'm gonna put the titles in the below so you can find whatever you need there. But basically, we're gonna dive a little bit deeper in Nasdaq and see also the MACD signals as well, what it might say. So we're gonna start here with the 1 2 1 2 and then 3 4 and a 5. We're looking for an impulse toward the upside here for wave 3 to be completed at a 1.618 taken from the wave 1 based on that wave 2 to give us in precision 1.618 at $37,822. This large green box here is your target taken from the wave 1 and based on the wave 3 to finish a wave 5 in a box, green box here, and in a precision for the wave 3 as a 1 2 3 here should finish, of course, at the 37K800 and around it. This wave 5, where we are looking at the yellow scenario 1 2 3 4 and a 5, is very likely unfinished, and we might still require here one more push toward the upside to reach exactly that precision target here. And not just the precision target, but also it is about the structure internally here, which it looks like 1 2 3 4 and a 5 here, where you got a wave 4 there clearly, but the wave 5 is still looking 3 waves so far. So something is missing there, and we might still look for something toward the upside. What is that thing missing there? So let's explain what we might have here. This is your wave 5 that we are talking about. Now, basically, it looks very likely that it is a 1, 2, or wave 3, 4, and a 5, or we are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And this internal wave 5 still needs, of course, one more high. By all means, if you are here in a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 3 as an impulse, expanding flat for a wave 4, and followed by another impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 can be done. Yeah, but internally here, we're still kind of corrective, but can be done if it wants to like finish a potential impulse there. The problem with it is that the wave 4 here is very, very long in time, as alternation was wave 2, which open the question mark here. Is it an impulse or is it a potential diagonal unfolding over there? And we're looking for a deeper correction to hit the zone 1 before pushing for the final move, wave wave 5, right? So this is what I'm looking for. So in case that we are looking at a diagonal here as a 1 2 here, 3 4 and a 5, the wave 4 has to reach the top of the zone 1 there, integrate in it, and then getting a wave 5. And that means, of course, it is a deeper price here that we are looking for in case this correction will unfold continuously 26K and below. We're looking to 26K and below for a target in case that we are looking for a diagonal. In case it is done 1 2 3 4 5, then okay, it's done, it's finished. We are looking for a deeper correction, which is the 0.38 Fibonacci level, and that means this impulse, which is finished right now, looking after a potential extension as a 1 2 3 4 and a 5. And this wave 2 means, of course, you might push even lower than 26K. Minimum target can be your 24K over there, in case, of course, that we get a signal of strength. If in case we don't get a signal of strength, we can, of course, continue for lower, even for the deep correction wave 2, which is 0.786, and the 0.618 here, that it can be very, very deep. We're talking here about the 20K, I think. So wave 2 as a deep target, we're talking, yes, 20K exactly, where we might get a deeper correction, guys. So this is in general here. Of course, the bear market is there. The bears are loading right now. We're looking for a correction anyway, and I'm looking at least here to the 24K before we push toward the upside later on for wave 5. Let's dive inside it, guys. If we dive inside it on the 4 hour chart here, we can see that this impulse can be done there where we have finished a 1 2 3 4 and a 5. This is a perfect impulse, I would say, especially that the wave 4 alternate perfectly the wave 2 here, as of course very shallow wave 2, and you have a clear count here as a wave 4 as well, and then pushing toward the upside again for a wave 5, finishing an impulse there, finishing wave 1, and starting to unfold something corrective. But this correction was, of course, very, very sideways here. Now, basically, what I'm expecting there is that the drop down or the correction has to continue and has to push for lower somehow. What this suggests here, whether we're gonna dive very, very deep there for a massive wave 3, 4, and a 5, meaning a wave A, B, and a C, and this is where we are calling a very deep correction here, which it can be anyway between the 25K and 24K. Don't forget that this has a confluence as well on the macro level with a wave 4 here to interfere with the zone 1 as a diagonal. Yeah, so we don't forget the diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 potentially here in case this unfolding as we saw, of course, on the high time frame. Now, internally on the 1 hour chart, lately or on Friday, we closed our market here with a bearish probability for 70%, meaning, yeah, we might continue the drop downward here after we saw, of course, some red candles unfolding in double one, two, three, four, five, four, and a five. Now, this wave 5 can be finished there, or even can be finished over here, and that you have finished directly a wave 4 and a 5 there, and that means, of course, a large wave 3 here can be done and finished, but I doubt it, guys. That means, of course, we are definitely in kind of like ending diagonal. The ending diagonal can be, of course, taken from the A, B, and a C here. Your wave C is a diagonal. That's because you have kind of like a W, an X, and a wave Y, your wave A, all of it here. So A, B, and a C, guys. So this means, yeah, at any case scenario, we are much more bearish here. Don't forget that we got our invalidation of bullish here, meaning all the bullish probabilities are gone and our probability is 70%. But we are looking for the one-to-one right now, meaning the A, B, and a C we are looking for this area. If it's gonna be taken and broken decisively here, meaning like that, like pushing high and then pushing down again, that means, of course, this is a decisive move. And that means, of course, a probability push for higher here around the 80% that we might drop for something deeper. We will enter our red zone here area, which is, of course, the first area where we test a signal of strength. If it is not given, then okay, we pass to the next red zone here, which is, of course, a deeper wave 2, guys. Yep. So conclusion, I would say, for as per Elliott Wave, we're bearish, guys. Definitely, we are bearish. We're looking for something lower. 24K is very, very likely to get for Nasdaq. Now, before we move to SPX, it is also important just to make an overview here for Nasdaq as well within the MACD. Yeah, so the MACD signals, which are very, very interesting. What we are looking at here on the monthly chart, where we see another bullish cross, which is very, very strong bullish cross, I would say, and start to open here for something for higher. That means this, of course, that's why we start to see a sideways, because on the monthly, the price was still resisting here toward the upside, and we were looking at a correction sideways before starting to push downward, because it needs time that this MACD line here's lines start to, of course, shape your bearish cross again and to reduce the momentum. Now, currently, despite that we got a bullish cross there, the momentum, if you realized here that it has, of course, pushed really lower, we start also to reduce the current momentum. The bearish was very, very low. And by the way, during the bearish, we were pushing for higher. So that was a signal of strength, very bullish. But basically, currently, there is some exhaustion, right? So there is some exhaustion. We might dive deeper towards the 24K, I believe, and then start for higher potentially again for Nasdaq. Now, if in case this bearish cross will be very, very deep, well, of course, that will be a large red flag. So we gotta be careful. That means, of course, we are pushing in something deeper, meaning all of it is a 1-2 here. Yeah, that is nothing we have done. We're done. That is a scenario that you have finished your impulse, guys, and you were pushing for a wave 2, at least here in case of extension. and then pushing for higher. Meaning, of course, 14, 15K can be possible, guys. All right. This is regarding the monthly. For the weekly as well, we see also the bullish momentum was increasing, yeah, from the last week here. And we're still in an open MACD line and signal line, but of course the curve is coming in. Yeah, it's coming in. Now you have a potential of bullish again here, but basically we are pushing down until that you get very close to the cross here. We are looking for a drop toward the downside on the weekly, guys. All right. We start to see the MACD line curving anyways. It's a very clear signal, and the momentum on the histogram is of course pushing lower. So of course, red flag here is open for the daily as well. For the daily, we are looking also for this MACD signal where we are looking for sideways here, and that was a very strong sideways, honestly. Looking at the bearish momentum, but the price was still holding on and steady, even over there. Yeah, we were still very strong and steady until you got this signal. This candle here that you are looking at, guys, is a very strong signal, especially it is in confluence with your bearish cross under the zero line, meaning on the lower part of the MACD, which is much more stronger bearish, as you can see. So this is a very strong bearish scenario for the daily. We're looking for something very, very strong and very deep towards downside. That's for NASDAQ, guys. Um, on the lower time frame, well, I would say not really important, but basically we are open below the zero, open with MACD line and signal line. We're still very bearish. The same for the 1 hour. We're very, very bearish. It's a bearish cross here below the zero line. So we are looking for something very red this week. So be prepared. It might be massive, guys, for NASDAQ. That was it for NASDAQ. We're going to see SPX. For S&P on the monthly here, we are looking also at an impulse toward the upside, starting from this low there. 1, 2, and then 3 here, 4, and a 5. The wave 5 is still unfolding toward the upside. It is very clear that this is your wave 1, 2, and that a large impulse 3, 4, and a 5 is required there. And we're looking, of course, for our green zone area here, taken already from this wave 1. We're gonna see what does it mean. So basically we are looking here at 5/1, and that means internally here on the 2 weeks you are looking at the area where you would like to hit this wave 5 taken from the wave 1 there, based on the wave 3 to give you exactly this area here as a wave 5 target. I would say it's a perfect hit. Yes, it can be done and finished, and that we have finished a count here for a wave 5 and a wave 3 also, and we're looking potentially for a wave 4 in this blue scenario, which is taken from there. So anyway, it is a deeper price there. So we're looking for the perfect target first as a wave 4 taken from this wave 2 and based on the top over here. We're looking at 6,500 here for S&P. And this is a minimum target that we are looking for here as a wave 4 correction before we push for higher again, 3, 4, and a 5. Very interesting number, 6,500 is to be watched, of course. And it is a deep correction if you're counting here the high from 7,500. Yeah, so we're talking about almost, I think, more than 15%. Yes, 15% almost toward the downside. So very interesting. If we dive also inside it, we can see clearly that if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, okay, we are done, we're finished. We are moving toward the downside, perfect target taken, and we're looking for a wave 4 downward again. We're looking for the 6K 500, and can be deeper, of course. It can be to the 5K 800, guys. It can decide to go same as NASDAQ, very deep, 5K 800, and then you start to push for higher later on. So we'll see how this is going to unfold if we dive inside the micro count here. On the 4 hours chart, we are looking here at the following probabilities as well. 70% for the bearish, especially that we have finished a wave 1 over here. So we're looking for a wave 2 there. We're testing a wave 2. So before calling the 6,500 area here, we're testing a wave 2, guys. This wave 2 is taken from the high of wave 1, the low there. We're looking for 7K first. If it fails to hold on over there, so you are looking therefore for a wave 2, which is very deep target here, which is around the 6,500 for the 0.786. And that is in confluence as well with a large 1-2 that we mentioned here, also on the macro level, large wave 4. Yeah, in case we are looking for a wave 4 in the macro level here. Therefore, it can be also in confluence here an extension for a 1-2 as well, which is a strong area here, I would say. Yeah, we might see something pushing for higher anyway. So we'll see, guys, what it's gonna be. But yeah, basically the drop toward the downside is still very likely here to happen. And this has finished as a wave B. No new high has been taken. We're pushing downwards still. And things here can be a potential one, wave two, and wave three, four, and a five, or large A, B, and a C toward the downside, guys. Right. So this wave C is unfolding there for a potential wave two as well. So we'll see if this is going to happen. But basically, on Friday, we were very bearish there. We were very bearish. Now the bullish can still be there in case we are bullish, but you need the invalidation 7K 477 for first. This is your key level for bullish there, but I still doubt it, guys. So basically on Friday we got our wave 4 without invalidation. We dropped down back towards, of course, lower prices. So the next target, I would say, if you take the zone 1 and based on the wave 3 here, you are looking then for this target exactly, wave 5 over 1. Yes. So we're looking for 7K $350 and around that, to finish this wave 5, but you still have 3, 4, and a 5 towards the lower prices. Can it be more aggressive? Yes, definitely. Can it be an extended wave 3 there in the yellow? Yes, definitely. 4 and a 5 to reach our 0.387K $76, guys. All right. So it can be, yes, for sure, something very aggressive and moving downside. If we take a look also at the MACD, we're gonna take a look also at the signals here for the MACD in S&P. So we still have the same bullish cross here, which is in the upper part, which is very bullish, of course. But actually, we don't see a very strong signal there from S&P. But in case that the momentum will continue just like that, which is very strong for S&P, by the way. And this was the thing when we were saying, okay, S&P is decoupling from NASDAQ and we're looking for something as an ending diagonal, which is still right now very valid, not invalidated yet, so still open. We'll see if this is gonna be playing here on the monthly for something higher. That would be very interesting. But to check this further in detail, we need to go lower time frame to see what's going on inside there. Now, the momentum lately for the bullish is very strong. Even when you were bearish here, the price was pushing toward the upside. You got, okay, a small correction, and then you continue towards higher prices, signaling, of course, bullish flag here. And then we get another strong bullish momentum. But basically, if you have realized that during this momentum toward the upside, you made a very massive move. Now you get the same momentum and a little bit less. Yeah, you didn't took the high here, but you get a very slow price here toward the upside, meaning bulls are starting to losing strength. All right, so that means in case we are losing strength, we might dive deeper, or maybe another drop here and another high, and then we drop very massively. Yeah, so this what it might happen. Yeah, so this is regarding the weekly. So still, of course, looking, yeah, I would say bearish. But the momentum is reducing. It's not that always we see some green momentum here. You need to analyze it within the price, guys, and to get exactly the answer. Basically, this sideways here, if you have realized, we were into a bearish. We start a bearish momentum here, but during this bearish, look what happens within the price. It was pushing for higher. So that is a very strong bullish signal. During the the other part of this bearish signal, you were going sideways, which is another bullish flag. And then you get a bullish momentum. But during this bullish momentum, you get a very slow move towards the upside. Again, a red flag. So currently, we are in a red flag, guys. We are in a bearish cross as well, but not very strong because you might still have here, yeah, something like a push toward the upside. It's not necessarily that you are totally bearish. It's a risky bearish because you're still in the upper part of the MACD. You would like to see this cross below the zero. That would be incredibly very bearish, but it can happen. It can start to push toward the downside, guys. How do we know? Well, lower time frame. Here we are. In the lower time frame, as you can see, we have a bearish signal as well. This bearish signal has started already exactly around the zero, and the MACD and the signal line are diving deeper. They are in the lower part, which is, of course, a red flag, meaning, yeah, it is very likely that our wave 5 is going to unfold today when the market open at midnight. So we'll see how this will unfold for the 1 hour chart. Well, okay, there is a momentum here. Interesting to analyze this. So look at this momentum, guys. This is totally bearish momentum. As you can see, it's a little bit of bearish, a little bit of bullish, a little bit of bearish, but look at the drop that we have here. Now you get a large momentum for bullish in comparison, meaning high spikes here, but look at the price, how much he could bring there for a new high. So that is nothing in comparison, meaning, of course, red flag. The bears are there, and the bears are coming back this week, guys. Okay, so that was it for the SPX, a deep analysis as well for today. We're gonna see also Dow Jones. For Dow Jones on the all-time history as well, we are looking here at the 90s or even 1,897. That's very interesting. Pricing starting from there for Dow Jones, a wave 1, AB, and a C wave 2. And we push very massively toward the upside. It's very, very interesting how this price in the history is still plotted here. Yeah, very interesting, and also it's nice to analyze it as well. At that time, how it was like even, yeah, playing almost like a diagonal wave 1 ABC, also expanding flat wave 2. Since that time, guys, Elliott Wave was there psychologically. That's very interesting. Okay, sorry guys, I'm out of the topic here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 wave 3, we are looking at a massive move towards the upside here. This wave 5, of course, to finish or finished, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. We gotta be careful. This wave 5, yes, looking like a finished trend here, and we're looking at a final move from Dow Jones as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. The wave 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ending diagonal. Especially, I'm gonna zoom in, especially that the wave 4 interferes already with the zone 1. So if you take this zone 1 there, you will realize that yes, we interfered this wave 4, and this is a finished 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now, what we are finishing with is very likely here something as zigzags. So we're looking for a zigzag wave A, B, and a C wave 2, and then you got another wave A, B, and a C wave 3, wave 4, and then A, B, and a C wave 5. Now, if you want to be much more precise in the target here, after having this wave 3 here, I'm looking for a wave 5 diagonal, right? Wave 5 diagonal should hit this area, and we did it. Now, very interesting that the micro level is still showing some strength there, and we're gonna reanalyze this and we'll see what it might happen. But before doing so, let's analyze what we might get next. So basically, we have finished here on the monthly wave 3, large wave 3. It's a large wave 3, meaning since the 60s or the 80s, I would say. Yeah, so that's very interesting where we have finished it even in the 90s, 32, guys. So we're reflecting this wave 2 right now. And we're looking for a wave 4. This wave 4, so all right, let's we know that this is our target, we took it, but I'm gonna take a wave 4 here as an impulse. And we're going to take the minimum target here or the perfect target for a wave 4. And you will realize that the wave 4 will be very, very deep here, 9,000, which is horrible, right? Therefore, what I'm going to do here is going to taking first the linear scales before, of course, pushing into the fib level for a logarithmic one. And as you can see, I put this logarithmic. This is your linear there, and we're looking, of course, here for something very, very, very bearish as well. But because this is a very massive drop, guys, even here it's a very massive drop. We are talking from the 52K to the 38K here minimum target, which is very, I would say, very, very interesting. So this perfect target, I would say, let's put it again as yeah, as linear. So we're gonna test this before going crazy and logarithmic, of course. I mean, this is a crisis here, definitely. Yes, this is a crisis here. If we are looking at such a drop. But I doubt this. We might, of course, drop there for wave 4 and then pushing for wave 5 again, which is, of course, in the wide scenario. But guess what? We're going to have even a very long time here of correction. Meaning if this is your wave 2 there and you're looking for a wave 4 there, we're looking then for something like that, guys. We're looking for yeah, for this time, which is around, wow, around the 2031 here. If it's gonna take really that time, that's horrible. That is horrible. But we're gonna find, of course, alternative scenarios, guys. I mean, this is on the macro level. Well, you're done. You're done with the wave 5, wave 3. So all the count is finished. But we're gonna see what the micro level says. I mean, before going so much crazy here, maybe we start to get some extensions there. But the problem is that you really have finished here on the daily. You finished a diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. As you can see, this is our target taken there. And yeah, we would like to see, of course, in case that we are pushing for an extension there, you would like to see a signal of strength taking the 57K 525 here. And that means a massive wave 3 is pushing for higher, meaning 1, 2, 1, 2, and a massive wave 3 again. But for this, we need a 57K 525. Can we get it? Well, probably you can on the daily here, where you have still a potential finish 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. But this wave 5 can be unfinished, meaning is if we dive inside it here, you will realize that we have a large impulse there starting from this wave 1, 2. You have a large wave 3 and a wave 4 and a wave 5 still unfinished. By all means, if you have even here a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, okay, it can be, but I mean, this has interfered. So you cannot really count it like that. You want to count, of course, here your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got a wave 4 and a 5 again, meaning, of course, here kind of like a large impulse, wave 3, and then wave 4 and a wave 5. Wave 5 can be extended how? In this way, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yes, this can be. This can be possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. What is very interesting as well is that after taking this high here on the 1 hour chart, I'm still bullish here for Dow Jones, because you have 1, 2, 1, 2, and okay, let's say we are looking here for something as another 1, 2, but we didn't unfold. Okay, that is a red zone. But basically, because here, if you want to finish something as a structure, you cannot finish it with a longer wave 5, longer than wave 3, and wave 3 shorter than wave 1. Not allowed. This is a huge signal when you have a wave 3 shorter than wave 5, shorter than zone 1, and you're still in unfinished structure at the top here. That means, of course, we are still looking for something higher, and this is corrective, and we're pushing for a new all-time high. Okay, and that's why I'm still bullish here on in the probabilities a little bit. I mean, 55 against 45, it's almost break even. But we start to see a nice signal from there for Dow Jones, where you might be in something impulsive again, especially after we have finished exactly our diagonal as expected, and 100% with precision was our AB and SC expanding flat, and then we're looking for a massive wave 3. So very likely that we might start a wave 3 toward the upside. Let's dive also in the MACD for Dow Jones. For the monthly on the MACD signal, as you can see, yes, there is a bullish cross, the same as NASDAQ, same as SPX, the same as for Dow Jones. We're looking for a momentum still building up, right? And we see, of course, higher prices. No weakness yet has show up, I would say, despite this little candle there, but very likely that we continue. And as you can see, it looks like for me 3 waves, so it's impossible to finish a structure with 3 waves at the top here. You need 5 waves, impulse or ending diagonal. Basically, the momentum also here is very slow, especially that you are looking at the price pushing for higher even during the bearish. That is a large bull flag, guys, for Dow Jones. I don't know how it is different from NASDAQ, but I still see Dow Jones pushing higher than NASDAQ and SPX in a different shape here. Very interesting. So even during the bearish here, look at the bearish momentum. It's nothing. It's nothing regarding this push towards the upside. You get a higher momentum, but lower prices, like very, very shallow move here. And then you continue impulsively towards the upside during even a bearish momentum. You're still pushing higher. Currently, we got a bullish cross and a bullish momentum. No signal of weakness, and we might still push for higher, especially after this expanding flat internally. Very interesting. For the weekly is still very open as well for bullish. Momentum is pushing down, but the signals are still open for the lines here. You are in the upper side of the MACD here, which is positive for the bullish as well. And we're still open for it, guys. I don't see any signal of weakness yet. For the daily as well, daily you're still above the zero line. You can use this zero line as a support here and start to push even for higher, or at least in sideways. Well, that MACD can go in sideways here while pushing for higher in prices. That means, of course, exhaustion at the end, and then you push very, very low here and start the bearish momentum. So very, very interesting signals we can see on the MACD here for Dow Jones. On the 4 hours chart as well, 4 hours chart, well, it is a slowing down momentum here for the bearish, especially after you've finished here your expanding flat. So we are expecting something to push toward the upside again here for the 4 hours as well. I don't see yet a strong signal. I mean, look at the bearish momentum, look at the price going sideways. Nothing really very bearish even within the price. On the 1 hour chart as well, the momentum is reducing down, as you can see here, a slow momentum, and we're pushing upward. This is your bullish flag. Bearish momentum, higher prices at the same time. This is a large bull flag. Tomorrow, Dow Jones might explode, guys. Yep, so that was it for the indices, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this deep analysis for the indices. We rarely do this, but actually, maybe every weekend we should do that, the same as I do for the crypto channel, the deep analysis for Bitcoin, the deep analysis also for the gold and silver on the commodities channel. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us there as well, guys, if you are interested in those charts as well. So we're gonna do the same maybe for SPX, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones during the week, and some deep analysis like this. Let me know in the comment if you like it, and we can start with this program as well for every weekend. Yep, so that was it for the indices. We're gonna see your special request. All right, guys. So we're gonna start with ARM here for ARM. All right, from Alex. Hello, Alex. ARM, ARM, ARM holding. All right. Yeah, we did this before, and we're gonna see which one is the best. I think 4 days chart is the perfect want to see exactly what's going on there. So we have an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, wave 1 or wave A, B, and a C, wave 2, 1, 2, and then wave 3 overshooted our 1.618. Very interesting. So wave 3 as an impulse has overshooted our 1.618. Are we going to the 2.618? We're gonna see that internally actually. Let's start to count here inside it what's going on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. No, it is done. It is done over there, overshooted a little bit. That's fine. We're looking for a wave 4. That means your wave 4 currently is looking for that target here. Wave 4 as a perfect target. I would say you have passed it already. So in one single move, yeah, it's still looking for lower, guys. This is nothing. It's a sharp zigzag at least. It's an A, B, and a C, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, your wave C. So therefore, we are going deep targets here for wave 4. Yeah, very likely 0.5, $211. Okay, so we're looking for this signal there. We'll see if it's going to be taken by arm. After this, you're looking, of course, next for a wave 5. This wave 5, of course, you can take it as a target as following here, taken from the zone 1 based on the wave 3, wave 5 over 1. This is our target next. Of course, after we finish a wave 4, it can be a wave C, of course, and then continuation 4 and a 5. All right. But don't forget, it can be ABC as well. However, I doubt it because this looks very impulsive, guys. Yep. So that was it for ARM. 211, and then you go back upward. So we'll see how this is gonna play. Yep, so that was it for Alex. Basically, we're gonna see also Taiwan Semiconductor TSM, an interesting one. Yep. All right, we did that before, of course. So the count here for TSM has been already given as a 1, 2 here. Okay, we have a diagonal. Sorry for the count. It looks like it is shifting a little bit. 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. This wave 5 is still unfolding upward here towards, of course, this target. So I'm gonna lay down again this wave 5 target as a wave 3. Yes, here we go. So we're gonna take it from there on the top of the wave 3, wave 5 over 1. Okay, we overpassed the common target. You still have the 1.618 extension is unfolding right now internally. It looks like we made a very, very strong count here for the daily as well. So we'll see if this is something still eligible. Let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Okay. And our wave 5 here is a large 1, 2, and then 1, 2. Okay, yeah, because your wave 2 are very shallow here. You have to count it as several 1, 2s. There is no other option. You cannot count 1, 2 here. This is very shallow. Therefore, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And you need something, yeah, you need, if this is your wave 3, okay, it can be. But don't forget that you need a smaller wave 5 here. Yeah. And that means, yeah, at the end, this is gonna be your 1, 2 here, 1, 2, and then wave 3 here, 4 and a 5. So 4 and a 5 again. So several 4, 5. I don't see yet any weakness, but if you want the signal that you are bearish there, let's see if we took it. Oh, we have touched it here. Interesting. So this 1, 2 here, the wave 4 has took the zone 1. Plus, you don't have, yeah, you don't have any wave 3 yet. The wave 3 is incompleted internally. So that is not a good signal. Be careful. It might be something else unfolding here. It can be an ABC, of course, expanding flat, A, B, and a C. But I doubt it because the wave B is very, very high. Unless it's going to turn into a running flat. Let me check. Okay, it's very high. So we gotta be careful with it. It can be also a diagonal here, all right? Can be something as diagonal continuation simply towards the upside. Also, you can, there is a probability as well that you can, of course, disregard this invalidation. Disregarded meaning because the wicks only touch here the invalidation. it can be disregarded. But if the price comes back to the invalidation, the same one here, which is at this price exactly, 387, if you take it again, that is, of course, a confirmed and decisive move here, right? So be careful. Invalidation of bullish, all right? If we come back and we take it, then it's bearish, all right? It's looking for a deeper correction, very likely. Can be an ABC, yes, it can be, despite that it is very high. It can turn into running flat, all right? And then you start again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a massive wave three, because that was the correction of this wave two, and then you push for higher. Very interesting for semiconductors. So, if we're talking about a target, then, well, if you take the low, if you take the invalidation, then you are looking at least to take the low here, right, as a target. Um, it can be truncated, meaning running flat and then pushing for higher as well. So be careful. I would say in that case, you're looking for a wave two deep target. This is what you're looking for. And the 886 is very likely that you take 886 and then continue towards the upside. Yep. So this is what I'm looking for then for this one. Otherwise, if you don't take the invalidation, you want to continue simply toward the upside to get the extension around the $819. Great. That was it for Shafi. Nice to see you, buddy. For Tom, Newmont Mining, Nim. Okay, buddy. We're gonna take just one. We're gonna take just one first, and we'll see. So NEM, Newmont Corporation. Okay, we never did this. All right, it looks like a nice stock. Okay, not bad, not really good, but not bad also. All right, this is an impulse. Yeah. All right. So we have an impulse here, a 1 2, and then wave 3, no invalidation for NF5. Very weird wave 5, by the way. No, we have to be careful. That is not a finished wave 5. Okay, it's a WXNY there. Not really nice. But yeah, A, B, and a C, W, and X, A, B, and a C wave Y. So this is the first count there, and then A, B, C. Yep, pending flat. And then you have, yes, it's an ABC finished. A, ABC expanding flat wave B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 expanding diagonal wave C. Very interesting. Expanding a diagonal. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So your wave four interfered with the zone one, and then you push for higher again. Very interesting. So be careful from this one. It looks like a finished WXNY, meaning if you want to bring all of this count together, you have a W here, you have an X within the C, and you have another Y within the C there. So you're looking here at this count. It's a corrective chart, which is not so much recommended. Be careful. You might get a deep wave down, three waves. Yeah, and that makes it a very corrective chart because you're gonna get like a large A, B, and a C here, somehow like that, which is not recommended because in our community we always recommend like impulse chart on the all-time history. This is the most safest chart that you can use. When you go corrective, well, it makes hearts attack, so be careful. Uh, yeah, so this is regarding NEM. We're gonna see the others if we have more energy. So AXTI for Devrim, AXTI. All right, AXTI. We did this before. All right. Well, yeah, we did that before, and we mentioned that the wave five is done, wave A is done. We're looking for a wave two there. Let's dive a little bit more details. Here we go. Our count 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 on the 4 days chart. So we're looking for a wave two there. This wave two should hit this area as a wave two minimum target. There you go. Now why I put the timing there? Okay, it's not necessarily the time to be there. It's a new psychology here where you have a W, an X, and a wave Y finished. You start a new psychology. You push very impulsive. Um, so you need three ways down. $22.49 is your minimum target there. Okay, AXTI. So nothing yet. Yeah, definitely this is an impulse downward, right? It's an impulse downward. You're looking for one, two, three, four, and a five, A, B, and a C. Great. That was it for this one. Let's move to another one. I think some put it in the stock community. Please, guys, always in the stock TA request because I have to search for it again. So SNDK, and sometimes I forget it, and then you get angry. So SNDK, there you go. SanDisk, yeah. So this one is very interesting stock. So we're looking also for a wave four there. After a 1 2, 1 2 3 4 and a five, still unfolding in several 1 2 3 4 and a 5 4 and 5. This wave 4 in the red zone, 0.23, $1,281 is still required there. And of course, I'm still looking for it before you push for higher. So mark the $1,080, $280, guys. Nothing yet has changed, I would say. Still, of course, unfolding this complex structure. All right. It's a very complex one. Yeah, nothing impulsive. It's simply complex. W, X, and a wave Y. Yeah, there you go. A, B, C. And then pushing for higher. Yep. So that was it for the US stock indices and also for your special request. I hope I didn't forget anything. Let me check, guys, before we end up here. Stock TA request, right? We're gonna see one for Tom here. What was that? A AEM. Okay, because you choose a very bad one before, so we're gonna see this one. If it is also bad, then we have to work on your selection, buddy. We both have to work on that. Okay, that's a nice one. It's not bad. So all right, this is an impulse. Okay, it's an impulse as well. So what you have here is a 1 2 3 4 and a 4 and a 5 there. And you have another 1 2 here, 3 4 and a 5 finished over there. I think here within a truncation as well, because this definitely an A, B, and a C. Yeah, it's a truncation there. Yeah, and be careful also. It's not. It didn't start it very strongly, but yeah, it looks like it has launched the chart again after all. So wave three is this, we're gonna put it in the blue count. So 3 4 and a 5. Okay, A, B, and a C. And then you get another 1 2 3 4 5. There you go. 1 2 3 4 and a 5 here. What a weird wave five. We're gonna talk about it. 1 2 3. Okay, yeah. This is what we're gonna talk about it. A very weird chart. The character of the chart is like that, guys. So you take a wave five, A, B, and a C running flat, and then you're pushing toward the upside. I don't know why. But A, B, and a C running flat, and you start another impulse. 1 2, and then wave 3 4 and a 5. There you go. All right. So you are in a wave A here, A, B, and a C, which is your blue count. You are also potentially in a wave 1 2 3 4 and a 5 yellow count. And then here you have another wave 1 2 3 4 and a 5 in the magenta count. It was the upside to finish wave 3 or a wave C. So currently you are in this move there for a wave 4 taken from the wave 2 based on the wave 3. You're looking for, yeah, it looks like you're looking for the deeper one. A wave 4 deep target, or let's take the normal first. Perfect target. Yeah, okay. You're looking for the 0.38 first. 0.38, and then you push higher again. Basically, that is an A, B, and a C. Yeah, can be an ABC where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 diagonal A, B, and a C. Can be, of course, looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pushing for higher. Yeah. Okay, so invalidation is very, very far. So be careful. It can be a very deep correction because the invalidation is very, very far. Invalidation of bullish here. Be careful with it, but yeah, still fine. Yeah, not the perfect chart that I would like to trade, but still fine. It's just because it has some tricky characters of correction. Yeah, truncation over there. ABC expanding flat with a very deep wave C. ABC running flat again and then pushing for higher. So be careful with this. The character is of this chart is not really the perfect one. Yep, that was it for the US stock indices. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye. Welcome to KG Trading Discord community, the place where you get everything you need to stay updated with the market, get important community news, weekly reports, channel updates, all in one place. Be the first to know when a new YouTube video or member-only video is available with instant notifications in our Discord. Receive quick morning market updates before YouTube analysis for Bitcoin, gold, silver, and the US stock indices. You can request a technical analysis for your favorite crypto coins or stocks and join our communities for crypto stocks and metals. Get trading signals, entry levels, targets, and risk management strategies to help you trade with more confidence and more safety. You also get access to our trading view charts, Elliott Wave setup, and special KG trading indicators. You can join us through Patreon or YouTube membership using the links below. I'm looking forward to welcoming you to the KG trading community.